Hello, this is Mr. Nolting, and I'm going over the registration process utilizing our new system, Skyward Arena Scheduling. This scheduler is going to be used for T-Bolt time throughout the 2014-15 school year. Couple reminders. Scheduling for T-Bolt time is only to be used on black days or on our red or hybrid days. For our gold days, it is not necessary to register using Skyward Arena Scheduling. On black days, all students will be having to register for a session to take advantage of either extra help or independent study. On red days or hybrid days, most of our students will still be registering for T-Bolt time opportunities. However, those selected students will be designated to be in specific areas, working with staff, typically our guidance department. As you can see, on the 4th and the 5th, certain freshmen will be working with their counselors. On those days, they do not have to register during T-Bolt time. However, freshmen that aren't in their counseling sessions, sophomores, juniors, and seniors, will be. Now let's focus on the scheduler itself. As you enter your student access screen, you will go to the top link called Arena Scheduling. As you open that link, it will take you to a page in which scheduling can begin. Please note two things. One, the registration window will open on Friday at 4 p.m. prior to the week that you will be scheduling for. Secondly, you will have to register for the day that you plan to utilize Arena Scheduling by 8 o'clock a.m. So if you plan to register for a session on a Tuesday, your opportunity to schedule begins at 4 o'clock the previous Friday and ends at 8 a.m. that Tuesday morning. Within Arena Scheduling, there's a few things that we'd like to highlight. As you look at a schedule, there is a bank of filtering that you could do. Please make sure that the period that you will be scheduling for is second period. After setting second hour, you must select Apply Filter for it to register. At that point, you have one or two options. Option one is you could filter by subject. As you can see, we have all departments represented, as well as the Department of Other. I will get back to these departments in a moment. You could also schedule by teacher last name. So for example, if I wanted to schedule for Mrs. Evans, I could type in her name, select Apply Filter, and it takes me directly to her opportunities. Some of the other features of Arena Scheduling. First off, as you see on your screen, it gives you very important information prior to scheduling. The option screen is actually where you will register for classes or sessions. The fit will denote if it fits in your schedule based on the fact that you are or are not scheduled for other sessions. Seats available will keep a running tabulation of how many seats are left available in specific sessions. Course is simply the session name that you will be registering for. Days met or meet are the days that that specific session will meet. It is important to note that certain sessions, for example, in this area, have three options, one on a Tuesday, one on a Thursday, one on a Friday. You can choose to schedule for 1, 2, or 3 of those sessions, but you have to be very careful for which day you're intending to select. Period and term will either be the period will be second hour. Term will either be the semester that you are in, or if it's a year-long opportunity, it will be listed as year. You will notice the teacher or staff name will also be linked there as well. The grades that it is open to. Please note that on this function, we do have the opportunity to narrow down based on grade. So for example, this first session, Algebra Help, is only afforded to 10th through 12th grade students. You can also determine the subject that you are signing up for, the class number, which will show up on your schedule once you register for a session, and the room that it is located in. How you schedule for a course is very simple. Again, if I wanted to look for a specific course, let's say I wanted to take advantage of some of the independent study opportunities, I could go to the Department of Other. The Other department will indicate many options that aren't attached to a specific departmental area, including many enrichments. If I determine that on Tuesday I'd like to go to silent reading, I could look at the list and see that on Tuesday, silent reading still has 30 seats available. At that time, I would go to the add function, I would click on add, and I am now enrolled in that course. And you will see immediately it reduced the number of seats available and gave me this designation. You can only be enrolled in one opportunity on each day. So for example, if I decided to change my mind and go to the Commons for small group work, and I wish to add, I would get a pop-up screen asking me or reminding me that I'm already scheduled for silent reading. However, if I want to continue with my selection, I could do so. Now obviously, if I made the mistake of forgetting I was in silent reading and wanted to stay there, I would select no, and I would still remain in silent reading. However, if I wanted to switch to the Commons and press yes, the system would immediately remove me from silent reading and enroll me in small work Commons area. The other way you could tell if you're already registered is if the word no shows up for another opportunity. The word no means I'm not allowed to sign up for that because I'm enrolled somewhere else. Again, I could enroll for as many days of the week that I want. So example, if I went to small group, but then I wanted to go back to Commons, to silent reading on that Thursday, I simply add, and I'm enrolled there as well. Again, once you're enrolled, you can still jump to other departments, applying the filter, and see what sessions that are available. Again, if I change my mind on Friday, on Tuesday, I would like to go get algebra help, I could still press add. It'll pop up the menu asking me if I do wish to continue with this change. Select yes, and it'll automatically change me. Again, this opportunity is only afforded if seats are available or if I do this prior to the window closing at 8 a.m. on the day that I wish to register for. Please note that in this system, it does allow for school officials to register you for specific sessions. If you are registered by a school teacher, administrator, you do not have the ability to override that. So if you notice that you are in a specific session that you did not register for and you cannot change that, you are encouraged to ask that teacher or inquire to the teacher why you were scheduled. Once you are scheduled in various sessions, you have the ability to confirm or see your confirmation if you go to your schedule screen. Now keep in mind, if this was an actual student, it would print your 1st through 8th hour classes in addition to where you were located period 2 of that week. But since this is a pretend student, we are just seeing period 2 options. And you will see that I have registered on Tuesday and on Thursday for algebra help with Mr. Dalton in room S208 and for silent reading with Mr. Cunningham on Thursday in room 252. Please note that Thursday in our system is scheduled as R. Also, please note that as any other class, once you are registered for a course, you will be counted for attendance. So it is imperative that the courses that you register for is where you attend on that day. Also note that if you fail to attend or fail to register for a certain course, you will be required to go to the dean's office and not simply to go to what area you wish to go to. Again, this is our overview for Skyward Arena Scheduling. The first opportunity for you to register for Black Day dates, is Tuesday, August 26th. Thank you, and have a great day.